Right, so what are we doing? How far did we get in this series?
So, we've got signs. We've both got signs. My sign says to finish quest lines first, but it also says to go to Mars and make a shulker grinder.
I've got a lot of quests to accept by the look of it.
Now the thing is, making a shulker grinder, probably quite simple, but I will need to go to the end.
Yeah.
Because I will need to... I'm going to try and use one of the root grinders we've got.
I mean,
so I need to go and capture a shulker. We can get to the end, it's not difficult.
We've got end.
So I might do that first, because that'll be quick. But before even that, I was looking in the quest book earlier, before we started, and found that one of the rewards for 200 rack is a dungeon locator.
Ooh.
Which I will claim. It's a creative dungeon locator from Galactic Craft.
Creative dungeon locator?
So I figure that would be pretty useful for each planet going and finding the relevant dungeon.
Yeah.
And it's only 200 rack, it's quite cheap.
I mean, I'm submitting a whole lot of quests now, because I apparently hadn't done that.
So I've done that, I've got the dungeon locator. Next step, find what it is I need to go to the end, it's some sort of shard. I'm going to have to...
Is the end cake, which you need to power with Eyes of Ender?
That's to get to the end, but I need to know what to hit the shulker with. It's the Ender Shard.
It is the Ender Shard.
Which I make on the Stygian anvil.
Can kill it with any weapon. We might have one in the computer already.
We do not. I used them all.
Fair enough.
But it's fine, because I remember how the Stygian anvil works. I go over here, I get the shard die, I put it on the anvil, I chuck the Eye of Ender on top, I hit it with the Yar hammer, I get 3 Ender shards. Job done. 2 of those can go in the computer. Right, to the end. Where's our cake?
That is a good question.
It used to be over here. Because this is where spawn was.
Is it in the computer, or do we need to make a new one?
Where is our cake? Why would we get rid of our end cake? We don't appear to have any cakes in the computer.
Okay, I've got a dungeon locator as well now. Right, I'm up to Epsilon on my quest submitting.
We're going to have to craft an end cake.
Yep, we're back on Alpha.
We're going to have to craft a cake.
It's surprisingly difficult.
Right, it's done. I'm going to put the end cake next to all of the other portals. Because it's effectively a portal.
Yeah. There's no way if we just claim all these quests at once, is there?
Nope.
Oh. That would be too convenient.
Right, I need a bunch of Eyes of Ender, so let's craft 40 of them. It's more than I need, but they're pretty much instant craft, so...
Oh, my hand is tired now. Too many quests. I should have done this before we started recording.
This wireless crafting terminal works between dimensions, doesn't it? So
yep, because we've got
doesn't really matter if I forget anything.
Capacity. Well, as long as it's in the computer or craftable. I remember armor was a pain in this mod. You were working on that slowly.
Yeah, the next one is an Abyssal Craft armor, which I did look at before we started, but I'm not sure we're going to get into Abyssal Craft today. We will see.
Okay. So yeah, continuing the series is going to be a bit weird for me, because after we cancelled the last series, I carried on playing in my own copy, and I got very, very far. I had the wand of animation, I had a whole lot of stuff programmed and built. So I'm going to have no idea what we have and haven't done for a long time. So that's going to be fun.
The Ender Cake hates me.
Does it not work?
How does one craft an Eye of Ender? Oh, one uses carbonite blend.
Is it not programmed in the computer?
Oh, it is. It is programmed in the computer.
Yeah, that's the thing. With me having done a whole load of my own stuff, there's lots of things that I think should be in the computer that probably aren't.
Can I recommend that you craft an eye of ender manually?
Why?
Because the game doesn't think you've crafted an eye of ender, so hasn't unlocked the end. So until you craft an eye of ender manually, you can't get into the end. I know, it's weird.
That's very weird. Right.
Game might lag a bit while I fly around the end. Just got to find a
I'm
Shulker.
stood still, so...
Right, reach the Outer Islands. There's a city. It's a small city, but it will have a Shulker in it. There's one.
Right, so I'm just going to work on solar panels. Now that I've got all that rack. How much rack is that? I just got over 1,000 rack.
Ah,
That's pretty good. Pipe, standard wrench, barrel painter, solar generator. Right.
right. I've got my ender shard. How do I get home?
Use your teleporter.
Oh, that's true. I have my teleporter.
And even if you didn't, we have the terminals, so I could give you mine if you needed it. Right. Pattern terminal. Solar panel.
I'm
Solar
home.
panel. Hello.
There's a blinding sunset. Right, now I've got to remember how to make a controller.
Kappa Mode.
I use the ender shard with a controller core and a factory base.
There we go.
Controller core. And a factory base. On the Stygian anvil. Over here.
We haven't started Draconic Evolution yet.
No. There's quite a lot we haven't started, all things considered.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just one of the things that I have started, but I haven't. It's for an alternate dimension.
Right, we're spawning Shulkers.
Nice.
Every 4 seconds we spawn 6 Shulkers. Each one gives us a Shulker Pearl, and half of them give us a Shulker Shell.
That's pretty good.
I'm assuming it's already connected up to the computer. I think we did that. Looks like it is. So it's exporting us a load of Shulker Pearls and Shulker Shells and some other stuff.
Right. Let's make some solar panels.
Worth noting it's 50% at the moment, but the percentages do change over time as it spawns more. And so it's up to 69% now.
Does the machine warm up, or...?
I don't totally understand, because the wiki guide says that the Woot Grinder decides on the percentages by spawning 500 at the bottom of the world, instantly killing them, and then looking at what loot it gets.
Okay.
And using that to determine its percentages. But that doesn't seem to be what happens for us, because the percentages change over time. So I think what happens is... I mean, maybe it is doing that, it's just not doing 500 all at once. It's doing them steadily, so as to not cause a lag spike.
Possibly, yeah.
But because the spawner itself is not technically spawning them, it's just generating the loot, it needs to know what the loot percentages should be, and for some reason can't just look at the loot table.
Yeah. Right.
But anyway, that's one item on my list done. Already. A Shulker grinder is complete.
I've done 2 on my list because I've done 2 new solar panels.
We do have the clipboard. We could just build a clipboard.
Do we not have clipboards?
No, we've just been using a sign up until this point.
I mean, signs work. So what is this recipe?
Okay, why is there only 1 oak plank in the computer?
We should have more. We should.
Okay, I've made a clipboard. To-do list of things. No, I can't fit it all in. I'm just going to call it to-do list. It'd be nice if it centered it. I guess I could center it.
What was the other thing? Fluxed electron plate. Great. So I need to learn how to make a hyper diamond.
Mars.
That
And I want to
seems like it's
start
gonna be
missile
fun.
craft. Anyway, Mars. First step. First step on the list today. Go to Mars.
I mean, I will join you when you get there because I want to go to Mars.
Have we definitely been to the moon? Because I don't have the tier 2 schematic unlocked.
I think we have.
Oh, we have the tier 2 rocket schematic in the computer and the moon buggy schematic.
Yeah,
So,
it might just be me that picked it up then.
I will just unlock them. Right, tier 2 rocket. First things first, should probably make a spacesuit.
Probably
Might
good
be
idea.
sensible. We're already up to 245 shulker shells.
That's
I don't think
a lot.
we're going to have an issue there.
Do we have a pressure chamber?
Ah, okay, the oxygen mask needs an iron helmet.
Yeah.
It's quite a way through
This
the
is why I'm
chain.
glad I have one already.
That's quite a way through the chain.
Yep. Right.
Just get some rack.
So to make a graphite
far?
dust.
How far through the chain is that? Oh, iron's not too far through.
Is it that?
Leather, copper, coal, tin, void crystal.
Do we have anywhere where I can make an explosion happen?
Hunting dimension.
Well, do we have an automated place where I make explosions? Because unfortunately, that's I might have to automate that. I really don't want to.
Compact machine.
Compact machine. That's a good thought. Now the
I
question
doubt
is,
you
how
can
do
blow
I
up the
automate
walls
it?
of that.
Because for every wyvern core, we need to explode a graphite dust. And that feels like something we're going to need a lot of. So it's worth automating. So let's get a compact machine.
I will say, I'm not 100% certain that we're definitely still running Kappa Mode at the moment. Probably something I should have checked before now.
I think we probably are.
I just remember it resets every time you update the pack. Config says Kappa on my single player.
I think we are, because to make vivid alloy we need cobalt in this.
Right.
And I'm fairly sure that's the
What am I looking for?
a thing in the other, not a thing in the other.
Coal, copper, coal, tin, void crystal,
Right.
aluminum.
Aluminum. Right, how?
Void crystals. Do you reckon it's just normal void crystals or void crystal blocks?
How and why and how do I want to do this? Is there a way to detect an item? Entity detector.
Oil crystal, aluminium, gold, silver, electrum, constantan. Gold. This was a little bit easier when we had drawers for the ingots.
Yeah. Right. Graphite dust. Right. Before I automate this recipe, let's make sure that's the right item. Redstone torch.
Chain needs 5 chainmail, nickel, lead, iron.
Right. TNT. Let's stick some graphite dust down. The redstone torch. Okay, wrong type of graphite dust, I assume. So that is quantum flux graphite dust. Maybe.
Alright, where's our armor
It's
bench?
hot
There it is. My helmet's already running out of... Oh.
How's it already running out of power? I've still got 8.3 bars in my helmet.
Mine's
Right,
down to
graphite
4.8
dust.
already.
So that is the nuclear graphite dust. I could have that graphite dust. That's it.
I'm just going to go through like 16 helmet crafts just to get my iron helmet.
That's an interesting set of recipes.
Oh, I've got
Right, I
an iron
don't have-
helmet.
How? Right.
Oxygen
Graphite,
mask.
Graphite dust into an explosion. That's what I just did. I just blew it up. Unless it wants hot graphite. But I don't think it does.
I want 4 compressed steel, 3 compressed tin, an oxygen vent.
Graphite dust.
No, I'm just going to make 100 of each of the compressed things.
Right, that goes there.
Okay,
What's that?
Compressed bronze, sure. So I'm going to need a lot of compressed stuff to make the rockets, so might as
Yeah.
well just compress it all now.
Right, a single graphite dust with a thing of TNT.
Apparently we don't have any of some of these ores.
Do we not?
I'm not surprised we don't have any dash.
Yeah, that's from Mars. So we need to make some. We need to get enough dash to make dash seeds.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe it's the dimension it doesn't like.